Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Claudius 9 Hydrology NX Diamond Dab of the Day. Thanks for joining me. As always, when you enjoy today's video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all the comments. Let's get started with today's topic. Many of us feel stuck in life. Could be a given day, could be a week, could be a month, could be a long period of time where we feel stuck, lost, no hope for the future. Well, you can want a new challenge, but cling to your job. You could want to retire and move elsewhere, but you cling to your location. Perhaps your current job offers perceived security and stability. Perhaps staying where you live in your home means you just don't have to do anything. Well, maybe reducing your thinking to be very, very simple as either or. Instead of that, maybe we need to open ourselves up to the idea of yes thinking. That type of thought makes it possible to have new challenges and even financial security. You see, if you've lost hope and you feel stuck, your thoughts are a very powerful tool. They can send us in whatever direction we want to head, or they can keep us pinned in one place like there's an elephant sitting on us. Negative thoughts in particular are extremely influential on us. They can conjure up a world of emotions, sadness, anxiety, unworthiness. And it's hard to move forward, frankly, when grappling with those negative thoughts and negative feelings. Well, guess what? Everyone gets overwhelmed or burned out sometime. Those circumstances are just life events. You know, if we've been stressed out for a while, like much of the world has, can experience what's called burnout. Keeping our nervous systems on high alert for extended periods of time blurs the lines between what is and what isn't harmful. It can even lead to extreme fatigue, which isn't the ideal frame of mind for decision making. Positives versus negatives lists are in competition with one another in our heads. See, there are plenty of reasons to make changes that are positive and plenty of reasons not to. It's difficult. You're in almost what's called a vicious cycle, which doesn't lead you anywhere. We all compare ourselves to others. You know what? We gotta try and not get caught up with that. We gotta stop feeling like we're short of the other person and that they're all tall. You know what? Gotta break out of that comfort zone. We may know what we need to do to become unstuck, but we feel so uncomfortable moving forward. Think about it. We could be fighting self-doubt or perfectionism. We could fear making a mistake or fear having a less than perfect result. Holds us back. We're stuck. How do you get unstuck? There are plenty of ways we can help ourselves get around being stuck. V8, the commercial, was get out of your rut with a V8. Remember V8 juice commercials? We gotta find ways to get out of the rut. First, you gotta identify what you really want. Stuckness can be a very smoky, vague, ambiguous feeling of something in life just not being right. So when you notice these feelings, maybe allow ourselves time to clarify exactly what we want. What do we want to change? What do we want to be different? And frame those desires and hopes as kind of what we want to happen. Well, I want a raise rather than I want to be fired. I want a promotion rather than I want to be looked at as not succeeding. And that's just in work. In health, my goodness, I don't want to have heart problems, but unfortunately I have them right now, and I've got to deal with them. You got to almost create a vision board for yourself. Maybe getting creative like this is good, because that's going to give a visual representation to you of what matters to you and what you want in your life. Stick it up on a bulletin board. And that board can be literal or a bulletin board in your head. It's your vision. Actually, could be kind of fun if you think about it. Determine what our values are. What's important to us? Is it a relationship? Is it loyalty? Is it determination? What are our top 10 values? Are there patterns? You see, changing your perspective even a little bit when you're stuck, because you're in a mindset when you're stuck. But you got to remember, negative thoughts don't hold all the cards in life. With just a little bit of self-awareness and conscious effort, we can change our inner voice. And our perspective then will be more flexible. But how do we change our perspective? We got to ask ourselves questions. How else can we see the situation? How will I feel about this situation in a week? 90 days? 5 years? What would an 8-year-old think of the situation? What would an 80-year-old say? Gotta remember, if you're in a rut, it's not just your mind, it could be your body. Move. Walk your dog, walk your cat, walk your gerbil. Walk in your house. Get up often. Do a virtual class with people. Stretch your neck, stretch your shoulders, stretch your arms, stretch your legs. More you move around, your body, your hormones, your chemicals in your body will start to move and help you get past your rut. Set a date. That's right, in a calendar, and park the decisions until then. If you're in a rut and you're stuck, you know what it's not time to do? Not time to make crazy important decisions. Maybe it's important for you to take a break. Give yourself some space. Clear the head. And then write on your calendar the date, 2 days, 5 days, 7 days, 45 days, a year that you're going to get back to it. Mark that date and allow yourself a little break. Deal with what's going on now, until that date. And that really, if you practice like that, it gives us a chance to fully commit to what's going on now without the extra weight of thinking about, oh my God, what's going on in the future? I was a big fan, Mrs. Stoner and I, a big fan of MASH, the TV show MASH. In college, after, we used to watch it at dinner, every episode a dozen times. I'm not kidding you, of every season, every episode. Charles Emerson Winchester, one of the surgeons in later seasons, had a saying, because they did what was called meatball surgery. You're almost on the front lines. Patch them up and get them to a place where they can do more surgery. We're just keeping them alive here. But Charles Emerson Winchester got there and he says, I do one thing, I do it well, and I move on. Well, guess what? That's pretty smart thinking when you're in a rut. Don't do 50 things. Don't machine gun yourself with things to do because you won't be able to do them. Do one thing, do it well, and move on. You got to also avoid getting overly entangled and overly stuck with the analysis. Oh my God, what are the steps I should take? Wait, did I take the right steps? Did I leave some steps out? Are there more I could put in? Oh my God, forget about that little stuff right now. You're looking at the big picture. You're moving forward. You're trying to beat procrastination. Stuckness is going to make you want to wallow in helplessness. It's going to make you want to lay there and do nothing. But you're going to be able to identify an aspect of your life while you're stuck that you do feel in control of. You're stuck because of something happening with money. Okay, you feel out of control. But guess what you do control? you can control a lot of things. So think about the things that you can do. Think about what you can get unstuck. You can't be stuck and in motion at the same time. So doing anything with choice reminds us that we have the ability to get unstuck. Small little activities that build your strength emotionally. What do you want for dinner? You can decide that one. Who are you going to call tonight to talk? Which friend? You can figure that one. Well, guess what? Once you've gotten past all these things and you're straightening out a little bit more and feeling less unstuck, then you can look at yourself for recharging. Okay? Once you've done that, you can look at self-care. How do I do more self-care for myself? You see, this is not about doing crazy, strong, big home run hits. It's about doing Texas Leaguers. It's about seeking help if you need to. If you're feeling stuck and you can't get past it, find a professional to help you talk it through. What you need not to do when you feel stuck is tell yourself that you're bad or tell yourself that you're a failure. Don't beat yourself up. I'll say it again. Don't beat yourself up. Most people like to have clarity and control over their lives. So the feeling of being stuck is frustrating for anyone. But rather than feeling beaten and like you're defeated, treat yourself with self-compassion. Give yourself some self-care. Don't focus on the stuck thing that you're stuck with. It's not the only thing going on. Look at the 80-20 rule. 20% is stuck, but it's giving me 80% of my stress. Try not to blame others. Try not to doubt your ability to handle your decisions. And remember, it's never too late to start over with your decisions. It's never too late to see things through a different lens. It's never too late for you to walk into the room, instead of saying, oh my God, how bad it is, walk into the room and say, oh my God, how good it is. This has been the Real Senior Stoner, and we've been talking about how people get stuck. People feel stuck in life, and you can get unstuck. This is the Hydrology NX by our friends at Cloudius9, and I'm liking it. It's a dual-use vaporizer that, when you get the right amount of water in, really delivers some really sick hits. Here we go. I'm going out on blue, which is actually low temperature for them, in the vicinity of, 550. And the dab train will be rolling really quick. It's a quick heat up. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Here we go. Like sipping fine wine. Now we're going to turn the temperature a little bit. Here we go. With this circular temperature dial on the bottom, it really gives you a lot of flexibility if you want to go up or down in temperature. Turn it up a little bit, which brings a little bit more volume of vapor. Stellar. Thanks for joining me, everyone. You know what to do. Hit that subscription button, send a like, and I reply to all the comments. You and everyone out there can get unstuck. Cheers, everyone. Have a great day. And thanks for being here.